What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Mo Hunt Silver, and we're going to have another 2-box penny hunt. This is going to be boxes 28 and 29 for episode 15 of the Lincoln Penny Hunt and Fill series of these albums right here. And as of episode 14, we made it up to 211 spots of the possible 287. So we're starting to fill these albums up pretty nicely. After only having 27 boxes hunted. Both these boxes are circulated, and box number 29 does have one wheat cent ender, and I believe it's reverse facing if I remember correctly. So if you're new to the channel, and you guys that are coming back to watch the videos probably already know what we're looking for in these boxes, but if you're new, we are looking for any kind of wheat cents, obviously. Indian head pennies if we can find them, errors, varieties, things like that, possibly some proofs, foreign coins, or anything else cool, because you never know what you can find in these boxes, and sometimes they'll really surprise you. So I am going to get this stuff cleared out of off the desk here, and we're going to start hunting box number 28. And we will see what we can find. So, if you got a few minutes, well, depending on how many finds we have in these boxes, but if you got some time, sit down, have a seat, and enjoy the video. And if you enjoy the content, please give it a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. So, we'll get right into the box, number 28, and see what we can find. And actually, it looks like the ender is in that's in box 29 is actually going to be a 1955 out of Philly. So everybody knows we do have a 1955 in box 29, because that was bugging me a little bit because I forgot if it was reverse or obverse facing, but definitely obverse, and we got a date. So, all right, I'll be right back as soon as I have a find in box 28. Well, just like that, guys. Box 28, roll number 1. And there's actually a fair share of copper enders in this box too, so we'll just have to see what we can find in here. But just laid out, kind of had it spill out really. But roll number 1, and we're going to have a really beat up wheat cent right here. Oh boy, let's see what we can get a date. Yeah, it's 1950, so that must have been in the ground or something, but got a wheat cent on the board already, and I still have to go through the roll, so we'll see if there's anything else. Roll number 4 is going to give us 2 wheat cent reverses towards the back here, and one looks like it's actually in pretty darn good shape, but we're going to pull this front one here out first and see what this is. Got some gunk here with corrosion on the reverse. And what is the date? 1953 Denver for the first one. And then let's see what we have here. This looks like it's in much better condition. Yeah. It's not too bad. Probably late 50s. Oh, wow. That surprises me. 1942 out of Philly. That's sweet, actually. That might be a book upgrade. All right, we'll have to see at the end. But that's pretty cool. We'll see if there's anything else hiding in here, and I'll be back to share it if there is. Alright, looks like roll number 4 is going to give us another find besides the 2 wheat cents. I was just moving the coins around here a little bit, and I see we're also going to have what looks like a Canadian cent right here from 2002. And these flip this way. Yep, that's going to be a Canadian. Alright. So 2 wheat cents and a foreign in this roll. Very next roll, only a few coins in, and we're going to have a 1950 out of Denver. And that is pretty average circulation, I'd say. Alright, that's another one. I don't believe there's anything else apparent in here, but you know the drill. I'll be back if there is. Roll number 6, I saw this one when I opened the roll, and it looks like we're going to have, as Dirty Water says, scumbaggery. and we have a dime in our pennies. So this will be scumbaggery to the positive side. And we have a 1999 out of Philly. So we profited 9 cents for that one. All right. And if there's anything else, I'll share it. Working through roll number 9, and we're going to have a wheat cent reverse. So we can see what the date is once we flip it. And that's going to be a 1952 out of Denver. Sweet. So that's 5 wheat cents so far in 9 rolls. Roll 11 is going to give us wheat cent number 6. And this thing is in horrible condition. Look at that. You can barely tell it's a wheat cent on the reverse here. And then on the obverse, it's just as bad. 1957 Denver is the date. At least it's a common one. But man, I think that's about one of the worst ones I've gotten. All right. Well, we'll still take it. And we'll keep moving. Lots of rolls to go. Very next roll, roll number 12. We're about halfway through, and we're going to have another wheat cent. And we have a 1953 out of Denver. So that's going to be 7 Wheaties in 12 rolls. I don't believe there's anything else in this one, but if there is, I'll be back. Just unwrapped roll number 15, and I see the 4th coin in here. We're going to have some wheat stalks. So we can see what the date of this one is. And that's going to be a 1951 out of Denver. That is 750 so far, and only 1 in the 40s. All right, well, we'll keep moving. Wheat cents are wheat cents. We'll take them no matter what. All right. It's been a few rolls since we had a wheat cent, but we're up to roll number 23 now. And I have another one here, reverse facing. Does look like it might be slightly older, but we'll just have to see. Okay. Yeah, a little bit, I guess. 1940 out of Philadelphia. All right. Well, that's good. Got a second 40s. And then in a couple rolls prior, in between the last wheat cent find, we also got a 2005 from Canada. Actually in pretty good shape, too. That's not bad at all. It looks pretty nice, actually. And then a 2006 also. So, all right, we'll keep moving. And if there's anything else in this roll, I'll share it. Just laid out roll number 26, and I see towards the back we're going to have another wheat cent reverse sticking out here. And we can see what the date of this one is. It looks slightly older. Yeah, it's really not, though. 1957 Denver. So that's pretty common. All right, well, we'll see if there's anything else in here. All right, guys, just laid out the very next roll, roll number 27, and I believe this one's going to give us 2 finds. And the first one is going to be right here. It looks like it's going to be another Canadian cent. And let's see what the year is. We got a 1973, and then our second is going to be a wheat cent right here. And that is going to be a 1946 out of Philadelphia. All right, well, that's good to see another one in the 40s at least. All righty. See if there's anything else in here. Roll number 30 is going to give us a 1944 out of Philadelphia. And that is 40s number 4. And also pretty common, but we'll take it. Very next roll, roll number 31, and we're going to have another one. I almost couldn't tell until I picked it up, but we have a 1942 out of Philadelphia with some kind of crud on it. I don't know what that is, but all right. Roll 32 is going to give us another 1944 out of Philly. Not in terrible condition either. All right. Definitely take it. Move on to roll number 33. About halfway through roll number 36, and we're going to have wheat cent number 15 for the hunt. And it's going to be a 1956 out of Philadelphia. All right, stacking them up. And then in roll 35, we got another Canadian cent. That's going to be Canadian cent number 5 for the hunt. And it's a 1995. Roll number 38, and we're going to have wheat cent number 16. And it was 1 coin away from being an ender on the roll. You guys can see that 44 there. So we are going to have a 1944 out of Philadelphia. Again, pretty common, because I believe this is the 3rd one so far for the box. But we'll take them. And we'll see if there's anything else hiding in here. Roll number 41 is going to give us wheat cent number 17, because we have a reverse right here. So we can pull this out and check the date on it. And that's going to be a 1944 out of Denver. Well, let's just throw that into the scope real quick and see what we have. Doesn't look like anything there. I don't believe so anyway. There is a D over S you could look for on these, but I don't believe that's it. It's going to be a 1944 out of Denver. But all right, awesome. Take that. And I am currently watching the live coin Q&A on YouTube. So, all right, we will get back to the hunt and see if there's anything else hiding in here. Just working on the back half of roll number 43, and we're going to have wheat cent number 18 for the hunt. We have a 1957 out of Denver. And not too bad. Okay, well, we'll keep on moving. Roll number 50, and we're going to have a little bit of last roll luck about halfway through the roll after I just laid them out here. And I see we have a wheat cent reverse again. This one actually has a slight bit of luster on it still. And that's going to be a 1955 out of Philly. And definitely no doubling at all. Alrighty. Well, we'll see if there's anything else in here. If not, I'll be back with a quick box wrap-up, and then we can move on to box number 29. Alright guys, nothing else was hiding in roll number 50, just that 1955 wheat cent. So we're back for a wrap-up of box number 28. And this was actually not a bad box on the number of finds. We just did not find anything very good. So, we ended the box here with 6 foreign cents, all Canadian. 3 2009s, only 2 different designs. We actually did get 1 dime in a roll, so we made 9 cents there. And then we got a total of 8 1940s wheat cents, all common. And then a total of 11 1950s wheat cents, all common. So that's going to give us a total of 19 wheat cents for this box. And box number 29 does have 1 ender, so we'll just have to see how many that one will give us. And the last thing to do then for this box is see how much copper we got in it. And that's going to be a little over 3 pounds and 4.5 ounces. So that's pretty good. And we'll move on to box number 29. And I'll be back with my first find out of that box. Alright, find number 1 is going to come out of roll number 2 in box number 29. And we're going to have, about halfway through, a 1952 out of Philly, it looks like. Alright. Wheat cent number 1 for box 29. Alright guys, I bring you in on roll number 7. And I have a 1970 under my microscope. So I've gone through the entire roll now. But I have a 1970 under my microscope here. And I believe we found a double die for 1970. So if you look how thick those letters are in the motto, and it goes all the way across, all the way to trust. You can see how thick they are. There's even a little line on the back of the S there. But I think we might have found double die number 1, because I have on Variety Vista pulled up here double die number 2, and you can see how thin all the letters are throughout the motto on the double die number 2 example. And then if I go to the main page here for 1970 DDOs and you go to double die number 1, you can see all the extra thickness in the letters for the motto on this one. And then if we go down to stage C, because I believe that's what I have, but you can see how thick all the letters are. And if we go back to my example under the microscope, which actually does look like there's a little bit of separation in that U right there. But you can just see on the example on Variety Vista for the number 1 how thick all the letters are. So I believe that's what I found right here. If you guys think the same or believe that I found it, let me know in the comments below. Or if you think I'm wrong, also let me know in the comments below. But I think that's what we have. And there's not really much die markers to go off of for this one. But that's what I believe it is, and that's what I'm going to go with for now. All right. Just laid out roll number 13, and we're going to have wheat cents number 2 and 3 for box 29. I'll show you the first one back here, and you can see a 1951 out of Denver. Pretty average right there. And then the second wheat cent for this roll is going to be reverse facing right here. And let's see what we have for this one. And that's going to be a 1951 out of Philly. All right. Well, if there's anything else in here, I'll be back to share it with you. Very next roll, roll number 14. About halfway through right here, we're going to have another wheat cent reverse. So we can uncover this. And it doesn't look like it's in too bad a condition. But we have a 40s, 1947 out of Philly. All right. Pretty nice. Roll number 17 is going to be our ender roll, and that's the 1955 out of Philly. And after laying the roll out, I don't believe I saw anything else in here. But if there is, I'll be back to share it with you. And we'll just take a look at the reverse side of this 55. All right. Pretty average. So I'll be back if there's anything else. Very next roll, roll number 18, and towards the back here I see we have a 1945, and that's going to be out of Philadelphia. So that's very common, but we'll always take it. It's a wheat cent. All right. Very next roll again. We're on roll number 19 now. And we're going to have a dime in this roll, it looks like. And it's going to be, for sure, a clad dime. 1995 out of Philly. So we made 9 cents again in this box. And I don't believe I saw anything else in here. But if we have any varieties or errors, I'll share them. Alright, wheat cent number 7 for box 29 is going to come out of roll number 28. And we have a reverse here, so we can give it the flip. And it's going to be a 1949 out of Philadelphia. All right, not bad. I'll definitely take that. And I'll be back if there's anything else in this roll. Roll 30, and we're going to have wheat cent number 8 for box 29. And it's actually a pretty nice condition, 1957 out of Philly. I don't believe that's going to upgrade the book, but that looks pretty good. Wow, we need to find more like that. Roll 33 of box 29, and this was actually the third coin from the end. We're going to have another wheat cent here, 1957 out of Philadelphia. All right, that's 9 wheat cents for this box now. Roll 39. And last part here, we're going to have Wheat cent number 10 for box 29. And let's flip it over as I drop it and see what we have. And that's going to be a 1955 out of Denver. All right. Well, we'll definitely take it, and we'll keep moving. Roll 46 is going to give us wheat cent number 11 for this box, right back here. And this looks like it could be a little older. Or it could just be dirty. We'll have to see. And it's definitely just dirty, because that's a 1958 Denver, which is pretty common in the last year for the wheat cent. Alrighty. Roll number 48, guys. Towards the back of the roll, I have a 1998 out of Philly here. And if we flip it over and you look at the A and the M, you can see there's a large gap in between. And I'll put it under the scope here for you to look at so you guys can see it closer. There you can see a large gap in between the A and the M of America right there. And I believe in the last episode we found one of these, but they or it wasn't in near as good a condition. This one is in much better condition. So we have another 1998 wide AM, and that is sweet. And for those that don't know, accidentally the mint used the proof reverse die for the 1998, 1999, and 2000 pennies, and they didn't produce very many of them, especially the 99s. But the 98s and 2000s, you can find them out there every once in a while, and that's what this is right here. I'm glad it's in the condition that it is too. That's in pretty good shape. So I'll definitely hold on to that for sure. Alright guys, box number 29 is hunted, and unfortunately we did not have anything since the 1998 wide AM, so we're back for a wrap-up. And this box was okay. It wasn't quite as good on wheat cents as box 28 was, as far as the number of finds. But we did have a couple other good things that we found in this box that we did not find in box 28. So I will just get into what we found in this box. And we did find 2 Canadian cents, an 85 and a 98. And then I showed you guys we found 1 dime, so we were up 9 cents in this box again. And then a total, let's see, a total of 7 2009s, only 3 different designs here, and none of these formative years are the DDR. But we did find a pretty nice presidency right here, nice blazer. Unfortunately, it's got a little bit of the ring of death on it right there, and there's a couple other light spots, but I'm still going to hold on to that one because it's pretty nice. And then as far as our 40s go, we got 3 40s, wheat cents. Nothing rare at all pretty common. 1945, 47, and 49. And the same goes for our 50s wheat cents, nothing rare. Pretty good mix of dates though. We did find 1 1957 that was in pretty good condition. So it's almost a blazer. It's got a little bit of brown on it, but it's pretty nice. I don't think that's going to upgrade in the book though. And then I'd say the finds for this box, which I believe this is going to be the 1970 DDO-001. If my camera's going to focus here. But the motto is just much, much thicker than a normal 1970. And I'll throw that under the scope real quick, just so you guys can see how thick the letters in that motto are. Usually they're about half that thick. So I believe that's the DDO as I drop it, and I'll get it later. And then we found the 1998 wide AM right here. That's actually in pretty good shape as well. A lot better than the last one I found, but right there you can see that space between the A and the M. So this was actually struck with the proof die, not with the business strike die, which has no space between the A and the M. So that's awesome. I love finding those things, and I know the 98 is a little more common, but when you find them in that condition, that's what puts a smile on your face. And then as far as copper goes in this box, we have 3 pounds and 5.9 ounces. So between both boxes, that's going to give us a total of 6 pounds and 9.3 ounces of copper. And then for a total on the hunt on wheat cents, we found a total of 30 altogether, and 11 of them being from the 40s and 19 from the 50s. 8 Canadian cents altogether, 10 2009s, 2 dimes, so we're up 18 cents, 1 mint error, and 1 die variety. So I would say that was a pretty good hunt overall. And our next step now is to see if we can plug anything into the book as far as new additions, and then we have a bunch here to go through that could be upgrades. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Alrighty, here's a look at the albums after plugging in and making upgrades for our finds in this episode. And we were only able to make 1 new addition in this episode, and that is the 1978 out of Denver. But on the other hand, we did have 7 upgrades for this episode. And right here, I have the list. And there you can see all the dates. So there's a decent amount for this one, and I'll just get right into them because, yeah, there's a bunch. But 1966, we were able to put a red example in there. 1968, we were able to put a nice red example in there. 1972, San Francisco. That one looks a little bit better. Has a lot more red on it than our last one that was in there did. The 1973 Denver. That's a nice red example. And then we can come all the way down to 1976, which that one is, it looks like it's right out of a roll because it's like almost as nice as they get. And let's see, for this book, the 1982 zinc small date, that one is also uncirculated, looks very nice. And then our last one, I believe, is the 2017 out of Denver, which we only had that last one right there, which is now upgraded, to do in this last book so far, except for the 2024s, which I believe in my next box hunt of pennies we will find at least one of those, because they've been out for a little bit now. So let's hope we can find it. I'm sure we will. But yeah, 1 addition, 7 upgrades. That's a pretty good 2-box hunt, if you ask me. And if you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And I want to say thank you for watching my channel, and subscribe if you're new. So we'll see you on the next episode, and have a good one.